In this video, we will see the magnetostatics of materials. First of all, we define what is meant by a magnetization. So, in the presence of magnetic fields, metal becomes magnetized and it contains many dipoles with a net alignment along the same direction. So we describe this state of magnetic polarization by a vector quantity defined as magnetic moment per unit volume known as magnetization, and it is denoted by m bar. M bar is equal to m bar upon d2 dash, that is magnetic moment per unit volume. Now we will determine the magnetic vector potential in the field of a magnetic object and what is its bound currents. Okay, suppose we have a piece of magnetized material, then vector potential of a single dipole moment m is given by here. A r bar is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi into m cross r naught cap upon r naught square. This is the equation number 1. In a magnetized object, each volume element d2 carries a dipole moment m bar. So we can write in this volume element d2 dash carries a dipole moment. So we can write m bar is equal to m bar into d2 dash. From equation number 1 we can write m bar is equal to m magnetization multiplied by that volume element, so that the total vector potential is given by this equation. A r bar is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi volume integral of m bar, capital M bar, cross r naught cap upon r naught square into d2 dash. And we know the Dirac 3D Dirac delta function that defines del bar of 1 upon r bar is equal to r naught cap upon r naught square. When we change minus r naught cap upon r naught square, when we change the prime components or unprime to prime components variables, we have del prime 1 upon r is equal to r naught cap upon r naught square. So substituting this equation number 3 in earlier equation number 2, this one. Okay, therefore our equation number 2 becomes as AR bar is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi volume integral of m bar cross del prime 1 upon r0 into d2. Using our the seventh product rule, we have del bar cross f a bar is equal to f dot del bar curl of a bar minus a bar curl of del f bar f. So a bar cross del of f is equal to f dot curl of a bar minus del bar cross f a bar. So we can substitute the values of a and f. Therefore equation becomes as a r bar is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi volume integral of 1 upon r bar del prime cross m into d2 dash minus volume integral of del prime of curl of this m upon r0 into d2 dash. Now take the here volume integral of del bar cross a bar d2 is equal to minus of surface integral of a bar dot ds bar. So the second term in equation 4 will be now a r bar is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi 1 upon r0 del prime cross m into d2 dash plus surface integral of m upon r0 into ds bar. So we know the volume current density Jb is equal to del cross m bar and surface current density Kb bar is equal to m bar cross m cap. So equation 5 becomes as A bar is equal to mu 0 upon 4 pi volume integral of Jb bar d2 dash upon r0 plus surface integral of Kb bar upon r0 into ds. This equation represents the magnetic vector potential A bar in a field of magnetized object. Here Kb is the surface bound current density. Yeah. So here we will see the physical interpretation of bound currents. So surface current Kb bar is equal to, here in this figure, this is a, now here this is the magnetization M. It is along upward direction, okay, and here T is the thickness of that material, okay. So this is the R cap M, and that current is flowing that surface, okay. This is about this figure. Now here consider a thin slab of uniformly magnetized materials with dipoles represented by tiny current loops, okay. All this internal current cancel each other. However, at the edges there are no adjacent loops to do the cancelling as shown in figure 1, okay. So now the whole thing is equivalent to a single ribbon. Here we have to consider that is a single ribbon of current I flowing around the boundary as shown in this figure. So now here figure 3, each of this tiny loop has area A and thickness is T. Therefore here this one, here we have to consider each of this tiny loop has area A and thickness T. Therefore the magnetization M is given by this M bar is equal to M upon AT, or we can write small m is equal to capital M into AT. In terms of circulating that current, the magnetic dipole is given as a M is equal to I into A. Now comparing equation this 1 and equation 2, we get IA is equal to M into IA is equal to MAT. Therefore M is equal to I upon T is equal to KB. Hence, in terms of direction, Kb is conveniently expressed as Kb bar is equal to M bar cross N cap. From this figure second, the unit vector N cap is in outward direction. This N cap is in outward direction and perpendicular to M bar, which gives us equation number 3. Therefore, equation 3 implies that there is a no current on the top bottom surface of the slab, because here M bar is parallel to N cap, so that cross product will vanish over this surface, okay. So here it is current is only at the boundary. Yeah. Now we'll find out the volume current for this magnetized material, okay. So here we consider as these the three coordinates axes. Yeah, this mzy, and direction this is a dy dz. Here there will be a mz is equal to y plus dy, and you will interpret these two figures. Okay, when magnetization is not uniform, the internal current no longer cancel each other. What I said here, if magnetization is not uniform, the internal current no longer cancel each other. If the magnetization is uniform, then at that time your internal current cancel with each other. This figure 1 shows that two adjacent chunks of magnetized material with a longer arrow on the one indicate greater magnetization at that point from figure 1. Okay, longer arrow on the one indicates greater magnetization. Okay, hence net current along the x direction, if we find out the net current along the x direction, is given by Ix is equal to mz into this one. Iz is equal to mz into y plus delta y along this direction, longer, minus mzy into dz. So here we take the limitation. Here Ix is equal to limit dy tends to 0, then mz into y plus dy minus mzy upon dy into dy dz. So we can write Ix is equal to, this is the change in magnetization with respect to y direction. So we can write delta mz upon delta y is equal into dy dz. Equation number 1. Then the volume current density along this x direction is jbx is equal to delta mz upon delta y. Now from figure 2, the net current along x direction is Ix is equal to myz minus of my into z plus dz into dy. So we take the limitation, that is minus limit of dz tends to 0, my into z plus dz minus myz upon dz into dy dz. Here Ix we can change the terms, so that's why it is a negative sign. So negative of delta my upon delta z into dy dz. So volume current density, here the volume current density along the x direction, we can write jbx is equal to minus delta my upon delta z. Here the current density along x direction, that is a delta mz upon delta y, and current density along this x direction for second figure, it is a minus delta my upon delta z. Now the total contribution of volume current along this x direction is what? This delta mz upon delta y minus delta my upon delta z. So in general we can write this jb bar is equal to del bar cross m bar. Also if we take the cross product of this current density, then del bar jb is equal to vector product of divergence of this magnetic field jb is equal to 0. Now equation 6 represents that the current is a steady current, that is magnetic field is constant. Here what I said here, this equation represents that the current is a steady current, that is a magnetic field is okay. Ampere's, now we will see Ampere's law in magnetized material. The total current is given by this J bar is equal to JB bar plus JF bar. Here JF bar means what? It is a free volume current, and JB bar is due to the bound volume current. Hence the Ampere's law is given by del bar cross b bar is equal to mu 0 j. We can substitute this j as a jb bar plus j bar. So del bar cross b bar is equal to mu 0 jb bar plus j bar f. Del bar cross b bar is equal to, we take the substitute jb bar means what here, del cross m bar. So we can substitute here del bar cross m bar is plus j bar f. So we take the this 1 upon mu 0 on this LHS. So 1 upon mu 0 into del bar cross b bar is equal to del bar cross m bar plus j bar f. So del bar cross m take on the LHS side. So we write as a del bar cross b bar upon mu 0 minus del bar cross m bar is equal to j bar f. So del bar cross of 1 of b upon mu 0 minus m is equal to j bar f. Here b upon mu 0 minus m bar is nothing but the auxiliary field. This is a auxiliary field. So del bar cross h bar is equal to j bar f here. So where h bar is equal to b bar upon mu 0 minus m bar is a auxiliary field. So equation 2 represents Ampere's law in magnetized material. So equation 2 in integral form as surface integral of this del bar cross h bar is equal to surface integral of this j bar dA. Okay. So by applying Stokes theorem to the LHS, so we can write h bar into di is equal to IF enclosed, where this IF enclosed it is the total free current passing through the Amperian loop. Yeah. So then we will see the magnetic susceptibility chi m and permeability mu. Magnetic susceptibility chi m and permeability mu. Okay, in this paramagnetic and diamagnetic material, the magnetization is sustained by the field h bar. When b bar is removed and m bar is disappears. What I said, in magnetized diamagnetic and paramagnetic material, the magnetization is sustained by the field h bar when b bar is removed and m bar disappears. The magnetization is given by formula m bar is equal to chi m into h bar, where chi m is the magnetic susceptibility. The susceptibility is a dimensionless quantity and varies from one substance to another. Okay, positive for paramagnetic material and negative for a diamagnetic materials. They obey equation 1 are called linear media. Now since h bar is equal to, we know that formula, h bar is equal to b upon mu 0 minus m. So we can write h bar plus m bar is equal to b upon mu 0. So mu 0 into h bar plus m bar is equal to b bar. So we can write b bar is equal to mu 0 into h bar plus chi m h bar. Okay. So b bar is equal to mu 0 into 1 plus chi m into h bar. Also b bar is equal to mu into h bar. This is the relative permeability. Mu h bar is equal to mu 0 into 1 plus chi m into h bar. This h bar gets cancelled. So mu is equal to mu 0 into 1 plus chi m. When we consider for free space, chi m is equal to 0, then mu is equal to mu 0. So this is about the magnetic susceptibility and permeability for magnetized material.